Epic 10 list.
Here are 10 disappearances that were never explained.
Number 10, Jimmy Hoffa. The labor organizer, Jimmy Hoffa, got a bit mixed up with his mafia friends, or at least that's the theory. Some say his remains were built into the New York Giants Stadium. Others say he was crushed by a car compactor. In 1982, he was declared dead, but the mystery of what became of his body is still a mystery.
Number 9, the Lost Colony. Settling on Roanoke Island in 1587, 114 people sent their English leader, John White, back to England to get more supplies. He came back and found none of the settlers. While theories of natives raiding the settlement remain, some stipulate that the settlers may have been assimilated into a tribe, explaining why some Native Americans knew English when future explorers and settlers would show up.
Number 8, Amelia Earhart. A groundbreaking pilot and defiant of gender roles, Amelia Earhart set out for her biggest feat, to fly around the world. When she faced troubling weather in the South Pacific, contact with her plane was lost, and she did not show up at the island she was supposed to refuel from.
Number 7, Solomon Northup. The inspiration to the movie 12 Years a Slave, Solomon Northup wrote a book with the same title. He was a free man sold back into slavery and finally free again. His freedom did not last long, as some speculate he was sold back into slavery. Others say he simply just disappeared while doing a book tour.
Number 6, Mary Celeste, the ghost ship. Perfectly good ship, personal items on board, cargo still on board, no signs of struggle, and the boat was certainly in good condition when found adrift and abandoned in 1872. No one knows what became of the crew or the family of the captain.
Number 5, Dan D.B. Cooper. He hijacked a plane in 1975, demanded $200,000 in unmarked bills and a few parachutes, released the passengers in Seattle, then headed out to parachute into the cloudy abyss with his money. No one knows who this guy was. No one has even found evidence of a parachute. Who D.B. Cooper was remains a mystery.
Number 4, Ambrose Pierce. A stark social critic and American author, Pierce wrote from Mexico as he observed Pancho Villa's army. He said, quote, "Goodbye. If you hear of my being stood up against a Mexican stone wall and shot to rags, please know that I think that a pretty good way to depart this life." He wrote this in one of his final letters and then disappeared. Some saying he was indeed killed by Villa's men. Others saying he simply wanted to fade away from America.
Number 3, Percy Fawcett. The last time anyone heard from the real-life Indiana Jones, Percy Fawcett, was in 1925 when he wired a message to his wife saying he was looking for a lost city in Brazil's jungle. While some speculate he was killed by tribes and others say he had amnesia and faded away from the world, the mystery has enticed the curiosity of various adventurers and rescuers.
Number 2, Louis Le Prince. The true inventor of the camera and motion pictures, Louis Le Prince was supposedly heading to visit his family in France. He never showed up, nor was his equipment or luggage on the train. Some suspect he committed suicide since he was depressed and facing financial problems. Some say he was murdered for his technology, pointing to none other than Thomas Edison, who released a similar patent years after Le Prince's random disappearance.
Number 1, Flight 19. The Bermuda Triangle shares its blame in a share of disappearances. In 1945, a military plane and its crew went missing during a training mission off the coast of Florida. The Navy's hefty 500-page report points to several theories, but no explanations of where the crew and plane went.
Hey, thanks for watching Epic 10 List. If you have ever gone missing or you're hiding from society, let us know in the comments below.
Yes, please do, and while you're at it, be sure to give this video a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe, and we will see you next time.